we're actually live here. Awesome, cool. Hello, YouTube. Today, we're gonna build another keyboard. We've got an NK87 aluminum edition, and it's gonna be built for my girlfriend. So I have to make it super good. So yeah, very exciting. I have a new camera angle, courtesy of the Techni. If you've watched any of his videos on YouTube, I actually bought a camera from him on Twitter, of all places. I've never bought anything from Twitter, so it was a little stressful, but I will say that the man himself, the Techni, did a great job of walking me through all of that, and I have another camera now, so it's very exciting. So anyway, kind of walking through, kind of walking through some of the parts we're going to be using today. We're going to obviously be using the NK87 aluminum edition in black. She chose black because she's got a couple keycap sets coming, and mainly believe it's GMK Terror Below, which is the Cthulhu keycap set. That'll be coming next year. So she wanted something sort of like a bit of a neutral platform for her to put her keycaps on, which can completely understand, having just built the last board that I built on the channel, the NK87 Aurora in charcoal. I understand, because it's just really nice to have a board that is color neutral. It's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, the NK87 even comes in some very vibrant colors right now. There's like a really cool blue color, a pink, like a really bright pink one, and kind of notably, my friend, who I've been kind of getting into keyboards with, he really likes yellow, and there's a really nice yellow color. I really like the look. Like, I mean, you can kind of see behind me that, like, I like colors, you know. The first board I ever built was purple. But it's really nice to have like just a neutral platform for your keycaps, if you care about that. How's the audio sound, by the way? Does it need to be louder? So keyboard, cool. So next we're going to be using even though I have PBT Taro behind me, which we're not using today, we're going to use what are they? A PolyCaps Octopus, because we have so many keycap sets, and now we each have our own sets. Like, I did my best to like share, you know, and be like, hey, you know, I can, you know, you can use my keycap sets. I've got so many, you can use them. And she was like, no, I'm gonna buy my own, which is great. I'm very jealous that she has Octopus. That's why I bought Taro, though. So I have a purple set, which will probably end up going on my NK87. Anyway, PBT Octopus. And you're thinking, oh, you know, the NK87, if you know anything about novel keys boards, like, they're really easy to put together. Like, you just plop the switches in, put the keycaps on, whatever. No, because we're going to take it apart because we need to. Because as soon as we got it in, I know I kind of like tarnished the unboxing, whatever. I don't care. I wanted to be able to test the stabilizers before stream because I don't like trying to figure out stabilizer stuff on stream because it just takes a while, whatever. I just don't want to do it. So the stock stabilizers, the NK, they're screw-ins, which is great. The stock stabilizers are very rattly. They're probably great. They could be great if I were to properly lube them and everything. There's like gobs of lube on it, and it still doesn't make a difference. They're pretty rattly. But based on Brian Phillips's video, shout out to Bad Seed Tech, great content. I'm going to just swap them out for Durox. Now he doesn't say that, like he says in the video that like you can switch them out for. He lists a bunch of them. He said that these will all fit. So hopefully we don't run into any issues with that. That would be great. But I've got some Durock V2s, some Smokey stabs. So, and they're already lubed. I just like an hour ago, dielectric grease, 205 grade 0, all that jazz. Normal stuff. Switches. I know I did a poll on Twitter, and everybody seemed to want me to do the Gatoron cap yellows, the milky yellows, but because it's not my keyboard, and the person that is going to be using the board, it's not me, so we're going to put the switches in that she wants rather than ask Twitter. I want you to know I stopped watching TikTok to be here. That's how supportive I am. Well, thank you, Mita. I appreciate, one, that you're here, and two, that you're watching my TikToks that I send you. How many, like, when you open TikTok, how many TikToks do you have, like, from other people? Like, I would imagine, you know, Devachka probably sends you thousands. I've probably sent you some. If you're on my like recently sent to bar, I rip to you, because I just end up sending so many TikToks to people. And I think I'm at a point now where, this is a tangent, I think I'm at a point now where I've sent so many TikToks to so many people, and like, before they thought it was kind of cool. They're like, haha, these are funny videos. And now they get like 20 or 30 TikToks from me like a week. That's an underestimate, just for my sake, to protect myself. Now they're just like, stop, please. I think that's probably where we're at. We sent so many. Tons. Because I try not to open very often. Sorry, Twitter, but I have switches that I like. Yes. So we're going with the Smokey Durox that are in her KBD67 Lite. And so in my recent Novel Keys order that I did, we did separate orders. So thanks, Novel Keys. Devachka and I did separate orders. She got the keyboard, and I got some other supplies and stuff. But also in that order, I ordered some random switches, which very excited to say that they're NK sherbets or sherberts, whatever, however you say it. They're clicky switches. My first clicky switch. So good. So if you want me to, I think what we're gonna do is once we harvest the switches out of the KBD67 Lite and put them in the new board, we might just put NK Sherberts in her just for stupid content, just stupid. I mean, some people like clicky switches. You're wrong. You can like whatever you like, but you're wrong. So yeah, I think cursed board. Do they sell surprise bags of switches? Yeah. So right now, Novelkeys is doing this thing where they're like, $16.50 for 110 switches, which is cheap, which is very cheap. It's basically them being like, we can't sell these. We can't sell these switches. Please take them. And so, like, you have no idea what you're going to get. Yeah, it's like a completely random thing. Like, you have no idea. Like, they sell a ton of switches on their website, and they're basically just, like, trying to clear out inventory. And they're like, here's some random switches. And then they say even that if you ordered some switches from them, if you order 2 batches or 3 or multiple batches of these random switches, they say you may end up with the same switch. And so I was like, what kind of, I mean, if they could just send me some, like, maybe some usable switches, that'd be cool. No, they sent me NK Sherbets, which is not, nope, I don't want, they're cool. And maybe, yeah, we'll put them in Devachka's board, the other board that she's gonna probably throw in the trash now. She doesn't use multiple boards. You know, I get it. You get in the habit of using one board and you don't want to use anything else. Like, I get it. This board that we're putting together today should be the board, you know, that she uses. Like, it's great. It's a pretty board. So with that, let's get started. Let me just get my desk all arranged and such. I want you to know that my desk is, I'm only letting you see the parts of my desk that I want you to see. Also, I'm thinking right now, I've got so many desk mats. Maybe this one, and this one's kind of getting a little dirty. I'm gonna swap out desk mats real quick. I'll be right back. I love trash boards. Whoops. I haven't had this mat on my desk in quite a while. So like I was saying, you are seeing the only part of my desk you're seeing right now is the part that I want you to see. There. New camera angle. Yay. Look at this. It's so nice. It's very exciting. And then the cool, look at this. I set this up. So I've got monkey type. So when we do our typing test later, I'll have it on the screen. Big brain. Okay, so the packaging for this is pretty cool. So it's like, it's in like 2 pieces. You can see the sort of embossed NK87 logo. This tells you it's in the black color. So yeah, it's in 2 pieces. We can like pull it apart here. Like I said, I've already opened this, so it's not like a big surprise for me. But for you, it's the first time, so it's got this cool box. It comes with these accessories here, where we've got a keycap puller and a switch puller, which actually the switch puller is, or the keycap puller is kind of nice. So you've got like this wire style, which is like kind of preferred. Like for me, it's the preferred style. I've actually had this puller for if you just would, you know, if you just would focus. Yeah, I've had this puller for like since actually the board I gave to Devin. That's the switch puller that came with it, or the keycap puller, because it says Durgod on it. Not a big fan of Durgod anymore, mainly because they're an HK gaming brand, which we don't need to talk about that. Other than they steal designs from, you know, people that spend their time and making keycap sets and colorways. Switch puller, very simple. I don't necessarily like this, but if you're just starting out, like this is a pretty good switch puller. The one that I really like to use is this one. It's one from RamaWorks. It came with my Kara, and I like it because it has. I'm still learning how to camera. The tips of it are painted, and the tips on this one, if I'm focus, are just like metal, like sharp metal. So if you're not careful, you can like end up like scratching your plate, which is kind of sad. You don't want to do that when you first get a board and you're trying out new switches and stuff. You don't want to scratch your plate at all. It does come with a coiled cable. I have a keycap puller, but I've never used it. Well, it's good that you have one. Just, you know, if you need to like clean your board or whatever, it's good to have those. It's nice that some manufacturers will include that. Like that's more common now than it used to be. But it's a nice value add, so you don't have to make your own out of like paper clips or whatever. You could use it to scratch kitty domes. Clean? What's clean? That's funny. Yeah, I'm the same way too. I don't really clean my keyboards very often. I actually, you know, I build keyboards so often I just never have to clean them because I just make a new board every time. I just replace it every month. It's supposed to be a joke, but I feel like it's too real. Use it to fish out most lost cheese. Lost cheese, yeah, because you're the one with the cheese board. I'm gonna take this out so you can kind of see. I guess it's actually not supposed to be too bad. At least Brian P in his video said that it wasn't actually that bad for a stock cable. And I'm already kind of tending to maybe agree. It's okay. It's got like the gold plated ends on it. It's still a it's still like it's still a rubber cable. But it's got like a matte finish on it, which I don't really care about these telephone cable, whatever. Like, if I had to choose, I would definitely choose this out of all the stock kind of crappy. And they just aren't very long either. Oops. They're not very long, and they're just kind of like, whatever. They'll work. I mean, obviously, that's what it's there for. It's to, I just honestly, like, at that point, I would just get like a freaking anchor cable or something off of Amazon and just call it good. Like, just not worth it unless you're getting like a cool, which I really need to get a custom cable. I have a cable with an aviator connector on it, but it's from a company that I don't really want to be part of. There's the case. It's a nice case. Very similar to all the cases that you've gotten from other Novel Keys boards in the past. I have like 3 of them in my closet. But obviously this is a big boy. So you ready? Ready to see what we got in here? Make sure you like the video. Like the stream. Oop. Little card that tells you about the board, using VIA and all that stuff. VIA is the program that you use to change layouts and change keys and all that stuff. Okay, here's the board. Where's the thumbs up? Should be right down below the video. Here it is. It's in here pretty tight. Okay. So let's talk about this board. It's Novel Keys' first sort of custom, semi-custom. It's a custom. You know, like it, even though it's like kind of already pre-assembled and everything, it's a custom. It's Novel Keys' first like custom board in the TKL layout. Previously, they've only done 65% boards. So like, this is their first big boy board. They do have 2 different models, and they all come in different colors. This one is the aluminum edition, so it's all aluminum, very heavy, nice big rubber feet on the bottom, so it's not going to go anywhere. Found it. Thank you. Thanks for giving it, tossing us a like. It's got south facing LEDs, if that matters to you, and to some people it does. Mainly Devachka, she wanted to make sure that whatever board she spent a ton of money on, and I get it. If you focus on you want RGB. Sometimes it's an aesthetic. Like, you want to have RGB. For me, like, I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm like, because this sounds pretentious. Like, I hate that. I'm kind of like past that, where like I don't really care if the board has RGB or not. It's cool. But to a lot of people that want to get into boards, like they want RGB, like, and they want it to be easy to set the RGB. So hopefully this kind of does exactly what she wants it to do. It's a nice board. It's very hefty. There's no, I guess it's worth noting, there's no separate like plate options or anything like that. It's all aluminum. So aluminum bottom, aluminum top, aluminum plate. There's a silicone insert in between the plate and the PCB. So this is going to be, I'm going to say this is going to be pretty stiff, in comparison to, you know, the KBD67 Lite. It's going to be pretty stiff because that has a polycarbonate plate. And if you've got it on a desk mat, it'll even compress even more because of the feet being so small. This will be a very solid board. This is my guess. I want a numpad. Well, you can have a numpad. You can build a numpad. The cool thing, and at least for me, I like the TKL format. I really I'm looking forward to my Freebird TKL from Keeps for All. That'll show up next year sometime. It'll kind of be similar to this board, black, because I wanted something color neutral as well. You know, this form factor is very. Also, with that board that I ordered, the Freebird, I also ordered the numpad. So like you've got all of the keys that you need, and then if for some reason you're an accountant, how heavy is it? I don't know exactly how heavy it is, but it's like it's a chungus. It's pretty heavy. It's like, Devashka, can you go into the kitchen and get the kitchen scale? I feel like I've watched somebody on YouTube already try and do that, and it just like totally bottomed out their scale. Like they couldn't get a good a weight to it. I want to say the one of the big reasons, David, what's up? This is the board that you want, except it's not yellow. I can hear her getting the scale right now. It's a pretty heavy board. The big reason why I wanted to take this out of the package before the stream, just because I wanted to test the stabilizers, and on top of them being they're lubed. Thank you. On top of them being pre-lubed, which is done poorly. How is... Oh, it's because it's one of those scales that uses the... Okay. I have to... Okay. They're quite rattly out of the box, regardless of their effort to try to mitigate that. They're also, like, they look nice and everything, but they also are very... And I only tested this with one space bar, so it could be the space bar I used or whatever, but I've never had this problem where I put the space bar on, I put the switch in, put the space bar on, and I had to like force the space bar on to the stabilizers. So like applying more force than like I'm really wanting to apply. And it worked just fine, sans the rattling and all that. But it was like really hard to take the keycap off, which I really don't want to. I don't want to like break. I don't want to like break the keycap. I don't want to like. It freaked me out. So Durock stabs it is. We're gonna take those and put those in. What's up, dude? Hey, David. How are you doing? We're gonna weigh this board because Mita wanted me to weigh it. We'll see if it actually. Okay, so 2,090 grams. I don't want fluid ounces, milliliters. Okay, oh, I have a pounds and ounces. Board itself is 4 pounds and 9.8 ounces. It's a heavy boy. Thank you for bringing the scale to me. All right. I think we've kind of gotten most of what this board is all about. It's got some nice silicone dampening. I believe it's got a silicone dampener on the inside of it too, which we'll see when we take it apart. These over here in very Novel Keys fashion. This is pretty typical of their sort of design language. They've got these are like the lights to tell you if like caps lock is on and whatever else the lights are for. So it'll be at least 5 pounds once the keys are on. Yeah. Probably pretty close. Yeah. That's heavy. You could, if you have any concerns about, people breaking into your home or anything like that, I mean, this board will serve as a good weapon. It's pretty, I'm not gonna say it's sharp, because it's not. I'm not hurting myself, but it's pointy. It's pretty pointy. And also something I would recommend. It seems a bit tall. It's a nice wrist rest, and this fits perfectly. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Oh, man. Heft. She do be hefty, though. Okay, so let's get to getting. What do we got for? They are a little tiny. I think this is the right size. We'll see. Yep. So for your reference. For your reference, I'm using a J0, which is like it's a little star tip in my iFixit kit. Home defense applications should certainly be considered when buying a keyboard. Absolutely. Yeah, man. You never know what's going to happen. You just never know. So how are you enjoying the new camera angle? This is nice. I'm so pleased that it's this camera is it's a 4K camera. Am I doing this right? I hope I'm doing this right. 'Cause I feel like I don't know. We'll just take the screws out and we'll see what happens. This camera is 4K capable, but I actually switched it down to 1080p because I wanted my face cam to be the same. So it's 60 FPS. Are there more screws? Yes. I understand that it kind of requires quite a few screws to disassemble. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Well, would you look at that? That was pretty easy, eh? So what you're seeing here is the silicone dampener. It's just a floppy piece of silicone, which I quite like. We do not need this part anymore. So heavy. And there's a look at our PCB. So, in order to okay, yeah, I'm seeing the. So I believe in order to take the PCB out, we have to we got to unscrew all of these screws all the way around the perimeter, which is not, it's not great. But, we want to make sure that those stabilizers are perfect. It looks like all of these screws are the same too, which actually is amazing. Because a lot of what happens when you're building keyboards is that the screws are sometimes they're all different sizes, and it can be very frustrating reassembling a board, because you're second guessing yourself. Am I using the right screw here? You don't want to mess it up, because then if you put a big screw in a small screw hole, or a longer screw in the same size screw, but it's supposed to be a short screw instead of a long screw, you can mess up whatever case you have, especially if it's plastic. So it's nice to see that they're being very. I would say this board is very beginner friendly, which is nice. Nice to see. Come on. And I do, you might think oh, why don't they use just Phillips head screws, whatever, I actually really like these Starbit screws. They're a lot less easy to strip, and I'm a big fan. Honestly, if you don't already have one, and you like tinkering and building things yourself, man, just get an iFixit kit. You don't even have to get the big one. I just have the small one. Not the real small one, but I have the smaller one. Just get an iFixit kit. It's so handy. You never know when you're gonna need like a little screwdriver to do something. So how was everybody's Christmas or holiday season? Any plans for the new year? Anybody have New Year's resolutions? Do people still do that? Okay, I think we're gonna be able to, yep. There it is. This is nice to see. Okay, so to help kind of absorb a little bit of the, you don't really like seeing metal on metal contact. So between the plate and the top housing, so it's mounted, the plate is mounted to the top housing, which you mount to the bottom. Anyway, it's nice. They've got these little like silicone sort of gaskets. I wouldn't say this is not gasket mount, but it's just nice to see that. It's just solid. This board is cool. I'm kind of jealous, but then again, I'm always going to be jealous when I don't have something and somebody else has it. New year, new board. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. How do we... Are these stabilizers like really just like holding on in there? I mean, I'd like to separate these. It'd probably be easier to... Am I missing a screw or something? I feel like I'm missing something. No, it looks like all the screws are out. They're just really... Maybe they're just really tight? Toit like a toiger. Is that your New Year's resolution? New keyboard? Oh, I see. So we've got... Okay. Yeah, and then they throw some random Phillips in here. When I was just saying, praising novel keys for... They probably just couldn't help it. Luckily, there's only looks like there's only 2 of them. Yeah, so take note if you have this board or you're gonna plan on getting this board. There's just a ton of screws. Tight like a tiger. There we go. That's the money shot right there. Oh, yeah. So here's our plate. And here's our PCB with our silicone dampening pad. Nice high quality. And there's a good look at our PCB. Same designer that's created all their other boards or their other PCBs in the past. Yan Car. It's his little symbol there. Well, let's yeet these stabs though. I'm gonna do it probably one at a time. Try not to drop these. Okay. Also, for good measure, I'm gonna throw some of these. Instead of doing Band-Aid mod, I'm gonna just... Michelle, what's up? What's up, gamers? Michelle, you were right. The pegboard is pretty dope. I'm so happy that it's just like right in the background too. It looks so good. Yesterday was a good day. It was a good feel-good day. Like, it was kind of a weird day. It started off real weird. Like, I woke up way earlier than I normally do, and like, it just, the vibes were weird, but then it ended up just being, you know, it's a good day. Got a lot done. Do you and Uber Smuck have any plans for this evening, for New Year? Let's start with the space bar. Try and separate. I wish I had several bowls to put all these. Well, actually, I ended up probably putting these in like a baggie. This layout also features quite a long, it's like the longer longer space bar than what you're probably used to. No plans, just chilling. Big chilling. Yeah, we're gonna go see Spider-Man. Hello. Oh, bowls. Thank you. She got me bowls. Very aesthetic bowls too. Look at that. Oh yeah. Just for, you know. Bork. Hello, Uber. He finally made it to a stream. I feel like I don't... there's no emotes or anything, do I? I don't have emotes. Nah. Is it? So BTTV uses it, like, works on YouTube? That's weird. I did not know that. I'm gonna put these little isolation pads on as well, because they come with it, so why not use them? Yeah, we're gonna go see Spider-Man. So that's exciting. All right. Raise your hand if you voted on the Twitter poll. Because it doesn't tell me who votes. We saw Spider-Man last week. Would recommend. I need to actually like see... I need to see the other Spider-Mans. I haven't seen the other Spider-Mans in the series. I would assume actually we need to see the Spider-Mans. I'm always lurking. I'm a master lurker. I don't know. You're a master at being in the comment section or commenting before the video goes live. That's for sure. Oh my gosh. Thor's having a time. Somebody's shooting guns. Can hear guns. Oh, I don't have a license yet, but I I would assume it was kind of for Christmas because my dad really didn't know what to get me for Christmas. My dad got me a gun. For reference, I'm not much of a gun person, but like I've wanted a pistol for a while. And so I have a gun now. It's not registered to me, but it will be once I take my course. So yay, I'm a gun. I have a gun. Or not yay, whatever. Big. I dislike stabilizers. Here we go. Yes, we're gonna go see Spider-Man. Tried to not get anything spoiled for me. Oh, also, for you Star Wars fans, saw first episode of Book of Boba Fett. This is very exciting. It's a slow start. Hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully it gets better because I think it's already kind of at a good start. But yeah, it looks interesting. Tried what? Oh, tried to not get it spoiled. The latency on YouTube is pretty crazy. I should have turned it on ultra low latency. Can I do that still? Doesn't look like I can. We'll do that in the future though. I turned it on low latency mode. Stream settings. Aw, man, I can't change the setting. Poop. Anyway. No, I'm just slow. No. Pretty sure it's YouTube. Still getting used to this YouTube streaming stuff. What are we on, like, hype tracks? You do be vibing, though. Oh, I'm silly. I'm a silly Billary. Supposed to put these pads on. Dang it. I always get so excited to build a board and then I skip stuff. We'll get there. We'll fix it. Need... a little bit of lube on the PCB there. Doing hair and makeup? Ooh, for our date? So, part of Devachka's Christmas present for me. We'll do a fit check in just a second. I'm wearing a shirt that she got for me. Oh, there must be some lube under there. That should be fine. So, oops, headphone cable. So I have the wizard from the popular meme where the wizard ponders the orb, and she photoshopped my face as the wizard. And then she has she has a shirt that just has an orb on it. So I'm pondering her. It's very funny. Not super straight, but doesn't really matter. It does not matter. Doesn't not matter. I think I'm funny. You are funny. You're very funny. I think you're very funny. You're my orb, and I will ponder you. Any orb ponderers in chat? This is not the right screw. I love that the screws that they include with these are like gold colored. Like, who's gonna see that, you know? Okay, let's go back and add the pads to the other stabilizers that we forgot. So I would really like to, I have something I've never done before, is put together a Gundam. It's a pretty big hobby. So some people have, and actually, I'm very thankful for the Instagram that I'm currently on, because for a while there, it was very it's very weird. Like, it's a lot of girls, and now my Instagram is all either keyboards, gaming, and now it's Gundams. So now, very thankfully, it's all Gundams. So But now I have a Gundam that I need to put together. And I'm wondering if I should put it together on stream. Do you think I should put together a Gundam on stream? Would that be entertaining? I really just want this screwed up. Okay. Nailed it. Yes? Ah, poop. Ah, poop. Next question. Do it upper. Are you on your phone? So you're mistyping? Did I didn't do the space bar yet. Next question I have is, should I do the stream on YouTube? Or should I do it on Twitch? Because Twitch definitely has been neglected recently by me. And this whole, switch to YouTube for keyboard content has me still kind of thinking about my choices. Because I definitely get better viewership on Twitch, I think, sometimes. And it really just, I guess, depends on the time of day. I feel like YouTube still isn't in a place where, like, people are looking for streams. They're just looking for content. And that's why I liked, streaming, or like the idea of streaming on YouTube, because even if viewership isn't like high, I still get views after the stream because there are still people looking for content, revolving around whatever boards I build. So there's that. Like, I should stream it on Twitch? Okay. Maybe give Twitch some love. It's been a while since I've streamed on Twitch. It's been a while. Okay. 2 more. Ah. Yeah, I definitely think about, you know, how I feel like viewership is definitely better on Twitch. And I don't really create any auxiliary content on YouTube other than the streams I've done so far. So I don't know, like or not auxiliary content. Like it's YouTube. Like I should just be creating content. Which I don't. I'd like to. It's a thought I've had several times. I've got a video or an idea for a video that I want to do. It's very quick. Sort of like a very basic tutorial for something. Basically because I had this issue where I didn't know how to do something and I couldn't find a lot of people. I would imagine there's a lot of people like myself that they kind of go to YouTube for tutorials on certain things because we're very big. Like if you're anything like me, you're very visual learner or whatever, whether or not that's true or like a real thing or not. I like watching videos. Some people like reading articles. I get more out of a video than I do an article, just because I can see that the person's doing it. Right. That's kind of just what it boils down to. It's easier to engage on Twitch or doing videos, or again, sorry for the latency. I like putting these on first rather than putting them on the board, then screwing them in. On Twitch, yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's definitely a different culture, you know, like YouTube doesn't really have the... I've watched some videos about how, like, people that have switched from Twitch to YouTube, you know, the culture is quite different, and but I think there's a lot more people on YouTube. And the content is searchable. You go to Twitch and it's like you're looking for, how do you find a keyboard building stream? Or like you could just, it's more like you know who's streaming and you know you followed them or whatever, so you know, and you get the notification or whatever. I feel like YouTube has a more likelihood that you'll like maybe find somebody new. At least that's my perspective. I don't search Twitch. Honestly, like I spend almost all of my time on YouTube. So whenever I do end up going to Twitch, it's literally to watch Ubersmock for a little bit and then I lurk, you know, like I just don't usually watch live content. I'll watch VODs. Which very easily can be done on YouTube. It's searchable. It's always there, so I can go back and, like, even after, you know, a couple weeks, if I wanted to watch a VOD from something, I can go back and watch it. I don't know. I spend, like I said, I spend all of my time on YouTube, and then, you know, when I was streaming on Twitch, I just kind of, like, I don't dislike Twitch at all. Like, I think it's cool. I think all of it's cool. I was just thinking maybe, you know, the platform that I spend the most time on, maybe I should stream on that platform. But maybe that's wrong. Maybe maybe I'm goofing. I hate stabilizers so much. I hate the goop. I really want to get some of that BDZ lubricant, or it's like a, it's not really like a lube, it's like a, it's almost like a paste. It's like toothpaste almost. So instead of using dielectric grease, which can, like, over time kind of wear down and not be as effective. Found your camera? Nice. Your Rebel T2i. Does it have an HDMI out on it? I was doing a little research on that camera just because I wanted to see, because that's an older camera. Can't really buy it anymore. Come on. That's cool that you found it, though. Where was it? I don't think you can use it as a webcam. You could try. I'm gonna stop you from trying. You've got... Well, I mean, maybe I will, because, like, we got all the equipment for this camera. Honestly, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Hello. It does have... Oh, look at that lens. That's sick. Set it on the shelf there. Take a look at it. Hi, Robin. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't do it right. Oh. Oh, bye, Robin. I didn't clip it in right. Frick. Frick. Okay, here it is. There's the PCB and all the fingerprints I put on it. Cool beans. All right. We're ready to reassemble this bad boy. So, if I remember correctly, kind of apply a little bit of force so that the plate will go around the stabilizers, the new stabilizers. Put these 2 silver screws back in. I don't like over tightening things. Kind of a general rule of thumb, you just kind of don't want to over tighten anything. So there we go. Now I think what we can do is we can put the plate screws back in. The ones that we took out originally at the beginning. Kind of did it out of order. So these can go back in. If they actually want to go back in. Which remains to be seen. Maybe I was wrong with these screws. Are they different lengths? Am I crazy? Man, they really don't want to go in, do they? Come on now. There we go. Okay. Kind of have to like apply quite a bit of force to get these silicone inserts to reseat themselves in the plate. Maybe. Not getting any, like... We can wait. You know what? Let me wait on these. I feel like once we get... Yeah, I can see, like, this up here is kind of, like, not... really sitting properly. Maybe I don't have the silicone insert like placed super properly, maybe? Looks like it's shifted over a little bit. Let's take these silver screws out again and then make sure we're really set. So I don't want to reassemble everything all the way and then just have it be like, nah. Not working. So that would kind of be the worst. Son of a bitch. You know, we were just talking about Betty White over Christmas or Thanksgiving. She just passed away. That's unfortunate. Oh, we talked about it over Christmas dinner. That's nuts. Dude, why aren't these screws going in, dude? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. We gotta put it back in the case. Or you can't put those screws in yet. That was the first step, because you had to take those out because the standoffs are in the bottom of the case. Duh. Let's just change the name of the stream to Idiot Puts Together a Keyboard for the first time. She was going to be 100? God, dude. That's insane. She's living her best life. Okay, so you definitely gotta like line the screws up. So it's not like a flush mount, so you gotta really make sure I'm gonna do corners first, just so that we're lined up. Pretty nuts though. So far, so good. I'm digging this board. The real test will be to see how it sounds. Even though there's like kind of seemingly a bajillion screws, I don't mind that. I still think it's this would still be very like beginner accessible. Now the price is not really what you'd expect from an entry level board. But if you're somebody that's like really likes the idea of like just a chunky keyboard, very heavy, this might be it. This might be the one. Oh, all the weight is in this part. Okay, so we should just like that. And And then we put our screws back in. Yay, the standoffs are in there, so it actually works. It's kind of hard to screw into anything if there's no standoffs. You can see I'm kind of like compressing the silicone a bit as I'm putting it on, putting it back on. Boom. She do be looking good though. Look at that. All right. So looks identically to how it looked before. But now we can move on to harvesting some switches out of the old board. This bad boy. Which is a pretty nice looking board, you know, like, and it sounds great and everything, but you know, we've had all sorts of problems with this PCB. Like, just stupid problems. See, I picked the right desk mat too, because this purple and the purple desk mat look really cool. If I do say so myself. I'm gonna kind of keep them in order so that it takes a little less time to put keycaps back on. Just as sort of a reminder, if you're enjoying the content, if you enjoy this sort of thing, if you like keyboards, if you like technology, whatever, consider subscribing. It's a weird thing to say coming from Twitch, because that means something different. Subscription on YouTube is free. And I'm very close to hitting 50 subscribers on YouTube. Or I believe at 40. At least that's what we were at the before the stream started. I have not checked it since then. You're ready for date night? Hell yeah, dude. This stream is already, how long has it been? The time we started at 1? Or no, we started at 2. So it's already been An hour and a half? I took an hour and a half to freaking put stabilizers in a board? Yikes. I was hoping this would be like maybe like a 2-hour stream. It's kind of what I was shooting for in my head. Say goodbye to this short shift. I really do want to put those sherbets in this board just for fun. They're not going in anything else. I could put them in the blackboard that's upstairs. Which is actually another novel keys board. The first round of those novel keys aluminum boards are kind of just whatever. They're kind of whatever. They kind of just sound bad. The plate mount stabs are kind of poopy. So sharp. Okay. Time to take the switches out. Luckily, getting the switches out of this board are pretty easy. I'm not super worried about scratching the plate on this because it's polycarbonate. And it's like textured too, so it's not... There's no way that you would like really see scratches too much. Did I film these? I don't remember if... I did film these. Totally forgot. It's been so long. I lubed and filmed these when we were in the apartment. It's weird to think that I did the glorious, I did the GMMK Pro build. That was in the apartment. And on Twitch. Honestly, I do appreciate that you wanted to reuse these switches because I spent a lot of time lubing them. And I didn't really want to lube the... Even though the cap switches, the milky yellows are pre-lubed, they still have... They're pretty smooth, but they still have... I perceive a bit of scratch because I pretty much only use lube switches now. Not a snob or anything, but in the trash. Okay. This will be interesting. Okay, that was fine. Didn't feel right. I got a soldering iron for Christmas, like, is that last year? or the year before, and I have not used it yet because all of these manufacturers are doing a really good job and making things accessible, and everything, most everything has hot swap sockets. Hey, I'm not complaining. It makes building stuff like this like so much easier. And I feel like these are really clipping onto the plate. So one of the issues I had with the GMMK Pro is that like and some other boards too. That's not just, you know, I'd like to shit on that board as much as possible. But it's, especially with polycarbonate plates, you really struggle to make sure that the switch is actually clipped onto the plate, because like then when you go to remove keycaps, it just takes the switch with it, and it's so annoying, especially when you're like really just trying to, you really want to just try some different switches or whatever, and it already takes a ton of time to remove the keycaps and keep them organized and whatever. Aesthetically, this board is nice. You know, we've got an all black board, white legends on the keycaps, purple stems on the switches, purple keycaps, which will eventually be replaced with something else. But these Octopus, these PolyCaps are really nice. You get what you pay for. You get a lot of, support for other layouts, which you can't always say. I just really like them. You know, I have the whale set on my NK87, which the only reason I'm taking them off is because I got Taro, PBT Taro. And I really like how those look. And I know they're going to be like a really popular set. Like there's going to be a lot of people. So my board isn't going to be very unique. But man, I love that dark purple and purple aesthetic. And I don't have a purple keycap set. This is Dvoshka's set. But the PolyCaps are great. Would absolutely recommend. And I would say, like, I'm sure, like, starting out, if you're just building your first board, you might be thinking, like, man, that's expensive for a keycap set. Like, $70, $60 is expensive. And, you know, when you can go on Amazon and buy a set for $35 in the colorway that you think is really cool, like, that's great. You might be buying a clone set, but for a lot of beginners in the hobby, I would say, like, they're not going to know. They're not going to understand that, like, what clones are. So it's kind of hard. It's like you. The nice thing about the PolyCaps, at least, is that you're not buying a clone set, and they're really nice quality. The legends, are okay. You know, they're crisp and everything, but like the alignment and everything on the legends on like the caps lock, the tab, shift, backspace, enter. It's kind of weird. And they're kind of not like the same. Like the backspace text isn't the same size as the enter text, which is just odd to me. Maybe that's intentional. I don't know. But I know, based on the fact that I have all 3 of the PolyCap sets at the time of this stream, I know that the whale set and the octopus set come out of the same molds. Same people are making those sets. Now the corn set, which is like, regardless of what you think, is actually a really nice set of keycaps. Totally different. Feel totally different. The texture feels different. Like they're manufactured somewhere else. They're using different materials, different mold, whatever. They feel really nice. But you can tell based on like the box, like the artwork on the boxes, and because I have all 3 boxes, the PolyCaps corn set comes in like a more premium box, like how a lot of the like novelties, like actually nicer than I would say it's more comparable to like Infinity does their boxes or whatever. Like it's a nice box versus the whale and the octopus sets. They're a bit different. They're smaller. They come in those trays rather than like a nice tray with all of them are like individually. I don't know. It's a little bit different. So you can tell it was kind of like they're still working on who they're getting stuff made for, like from, and but either way, they're all really like high quality sets. Can't wait to test these and then have some of them be bent. Don't worry, I have more. I gotta just grab them. Here's hoping that I have enough too, because I think I do. I might not have enough of the purple, but the purple and the teal are actually the same switch, so it doesn't actually matter. The only person that will know will be me. And you, because you're watching the stream. That didn't feel good. Oh, it was right. Weird. Man, this music is really, we're vibing. Maybe get some like, what's this? That's a little better. I wasn't really paying attention to the music at all, and then it kind of just hit me. It's not really I'm not looking for like a hype track vibe. Yeah, we're out here building keyboards. Boom, 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 boom. Whoop, whoop. Yo, I might have enough. Pretty sure when I bought these, I tried to buy enough to fill a TKL because you never know. You never know when you're gonna. That's how I. Oh, look a random. A random Gateron black switch. Black ink. I just put a random black ink on this board. See if she could figure out which one it is. Just put it on like the escape key or something. Yo, we got enough. Let's go. Let's go. Where she be? Also putting on fancy nails, so typing tests will be fun. Are you gonna come in and do the typing test? You should. You definitely should. Okay, since I'm a dummy and I want to make sure I do this right. I'm just gonna look up the board and make sure that make sure that I'm doing this right. Make sure I've got the layout all correct. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put all of the keycaps on that I have here. And then I will go grab the Octopus box and we'll fill it out. I wasn't planning on it. You don't have to. I know. It's okay. I mean, you could. You don't have to, but you could do it if you wanted to. You are much better at typing than I am. So, like... And since this is your board, you know, you could guest star this stream that many people will watch. I'm trying to make sure there's not... You know, having dogs with long hair is kind of overrated. Yo, these keycaps look really nice on this board already. Like, I'm excited. Oops. I had like just enough. There's one extra purple stemmed Durock switch in there. That's pretty awesome. Actually, you know, I think they're if I really had to, there's 3 left. Must have bought a set of 90. Oh, I did good on the stabs. Let's go. This pleases me. Your nails add a challenge. Hey, if you need a challenge in your life, just put nails on. Try to do shit with nails on. imagine it's very difficult to do things with nails on. Okay, so I think we need the bigger, yeah. The arrow keys on. Okay. I do really like the artwork on this box. It's very cool. You need artisans? I could... This artisan would look really good on your keyboard. So we're gonna put it on there for you. I'll put it on your F13 key. There you go. It's a little shelter boy for you. Those caps are dope. Thank you. Made them myself. Just kidding. Yeah, they are. They're very cool. I'm a big fan of these. These are PolyCaps from Kinetic Labs. There's our... Big long shift. I haven't used a keyboard with a long shift, like a normal size shift key in so long. Look how big it is. Not too shabby. Also a keyboard with a tilde key. Hello? Function key for you, ma'am. I need a function key where we're going. Okay, so we've got these are all sort of like, looks like they're kind of all where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? I had to hop off for a minute to run to the store. What switches did you use for the build? So I ended up using the Durock linears that I had posted on, that I said I was going to use on Twitter. Or at least I did a poll on Twitter. And I gave two choices, and I'm using the opposite of what Twitter wanted. Mainly because it's not my board, so like I wanted to make sure that... And I lubed and filmed these switches for her build, for her... KBD67 Lite. So she overruled. She overrules. I wanted her to be happy with these, and these are a little bit nicer than cap switches, mainly because and this too, you know, like harvesting the switches out of that board. Just let me not have to lube and film any new switches. Because even though the cap switches are pre-lubed, like I'd still would want to lube them myself. Pretty sure that's how these keys are supposed to be, right? Man, a keyboard with F-row. Sheesh. I rule. You do. I agree. Getting these keycaps out of the tray is sometimes very tedious, so I just try to flick it so I can flip it upside down and then grab it that way. Well, I hope your trip to the store went well. Do you hate that feeling when like the tag on your shirt moves and you just think that there's a bug on your neck? Does anybody else get that? Even this set has like support for like weird spacebar stuff too, which is just, it's great. So we've got these long Alt keys. Long Control keys. And these small window keys. Or some sets call them super keys. It's more Mac friendly, but the Win keys. And then we've got big long, they call it like Samgan spacebar length. And backward spacebar gang. So might have been able to do a little better with the right shift, but I think as it stands, it's pretty good. Also, I guess worth noting, this keycap set does not have an F13 key. Very interesting. I mean, F13 is not like super standard by any means, so like it's a great place for you to put an artisan. Also, I probably should put these bad boys away. Don't really know where they're supposed to go. Function keys. So hot. I did. Got a few last minute supplies making something called a smoking bishop. Had to soak baked oranges in wine and sugar for 24 hours. That sounds like a very sexy that sounds like a pretty sexy alcoholic beverage. I don't know a whole lot about alcohol, but like that sounds pretty good. This happens every time I try to put there. Not a big fan of these boxes, but the artwork is pretty sick. What do you think? Looks pretty cool. I will say, I think one of the things that I don't like about this board, in particular, oh, here's my other board. I just took the artisan off, so it's gonna be a little naked for a little bit. Until I put something else there. But for the stream, you know, gotta. So happy, love it. think my least favorite thing about this board is that the USB-C port is on the right side. Big fan of left hand or left side. There we go. RGB. I do not know how to set the RGB yet. But imagine in VIA. That's the thing about not having a function key too. You know, you don't have like access to a function layer to maybe just change it on the board, change it on the fly. Oh, maybe this is a function key. Yeah, I think it is. So we'll have to change the keycap. So, yep. There you go. That is a function key. It's not a Windows key. That's gonna bug me. I need to change the keycap. Even though I just put the stinking set away. Smart though, nobody uses that Windows key, so. Dooper dooper doop. But where will you put the key? I don't know. There's no space for it. I'll just get a macro pad. Repurple. Let me, I'm gonna set things up for the sound test. In the meantime, just vibe to nothing because I'm gonna turn the music off. I do have to turn some things off on my microphone because I have a bit of an EQ applied and I don't want that to change how the microphone sounds for the sound test, but I'm going to keep a compressor on and the de-esser. I'll turn the de-esser off. Why not? Just I'll turn it all off. There. This is what the microphone sounds like without it, all the EQ and stuff. But I'm going to set this up so that get this sound test going. Okay, you should be able to hear me again. Turn up the gain ever so slightly. And should be able to there's our typing test here, and we'll do a little typing test for you. This is what the mouse sounds like. pretty good. Oh, let's just fix this. Hold on. There. We'll do another one. How's it sound in chat? Woo! Look at that, baby. Freaking. I'm blazing fast now. I'm so such a slow typer. I feel like 70 words per minute's pretty good. I'm not signed in to monkey type. Hold on. The email is badly formatted. You done good? All right. Let's do another one. Oh. We did words, not time. Got that solid 60 words per minute. I'm gonna readjust the microphone real quick. Okay. We back. Well, there's the board. That looks pretty good, eh? I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Let me just do one of these. Put a little shoulder artisan. I don't know if get a little close up on it. If I can get it out of here. So I have another one of these like really cool Pokemon artisans coming. In the form of a Blastoise. So I kind of just, this was the first one I ordered, and like Shelter, like not particularly like my favorite Pokemon, but I had when I ordered this, I didn't have very many boards. I had the purple board. I had the purple board that I had built. That's how long it took. And so I was like, purple, perfect. I'll put it on the board that I built, the purple one. And here we are, many, many, many months later. So now I'm kind of falling into the water Pokemon, even though I'm a grass trainer, you know? So I'm waiting for that Blastoise one to come, so I've got a couple. But yeah, that about does it. Thank you to everybody that showed up for the stream. Make sure, I'm not a YouTuber unless I say make sure you like and subscribe. We are probably pretty close to 50 subscribers, which is great. I'm very happy. And my New Year's resolution is to try and get that number up to 100. That's it. We'll see how it goes. I've got some other videos kind of in the... I'm trying to think of some video ideas to make some YouTube content. Trying to think of like what I would want to watch, you know. What do I go to YouTube to watch? Honestly, it's just a lot of Northern Lion VODs. That's it. And like instructional videos and things. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Definitely appreciate it. And look forward to maybe a Twitch stream where I build a Gundam. Because Twitch needs a little bit of love. You know, we haven't been over on Twitch for a while. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.